Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Lions going up against the Bears.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. Room here to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Again, it's Yeldon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
Fresh set of downs here. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On 1st and 10, Stafford forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, here's Stafford. He finds Yeldon. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Yeldon taking it in. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And they're going to go soft on the corners. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And it's complete. The tight end, Deion Sims. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they try the right side here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They start the drive with Abdullah. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown. Detroit. Sammy Coates. 79 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hurry up, here we go. 4 down. Check. All right, now, look at 56. Detroit! Watch out.
Now Trubisky on first down. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. In motion right comes Matthews. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down, here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jarrett Davis able to get him for a loss of about 3. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
On third down, Trubisky. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrett Davis. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's Abdullah. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 59 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play action. Now Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jarrett Davis in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they've wanted to.
This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, he shifts past him. Amir Abdullah. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. That's caught by Meredith, right side. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
All right, here we go. 3, 19.
On first down, Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cameron Meredith, 62 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. And he spins through. And now running right through it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. On the move to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So 2nd and 10 here. To throw again. Stafford buying time to his left. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He goes underneath for Yeldon. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot before the break. Stafford dancing to his left. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Marvin Jones as time expires in the first half. And the Lions add on to their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
As they run the counter play. Finding room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Lions have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. On first down, Abdullah. He finds an opening past the 40. Amir Abdullah The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Trubisky. Rolling to his right. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Steps away to his left. Throwing deep for Galladay. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
All right, try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bears cut into that lead. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he spins free. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor, and they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Bears on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Trubisky to throw again. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bears get a bit closer. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's Stafford. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And this one caught by Coates. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 40, the 30, 20, 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll toss it to Yeldon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock. 2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Stafford gives to Abdullah. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. They go back to Riddick. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammate.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions add on to their lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. This is going the other way. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 30. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. On the return, this is Denard Robinson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And now running right through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
Let's go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Red zone opportunity. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there, making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bears cut into that lead. And he missed it. It wouldn't have mattered. They were going to lose either way, but the game ends strangely on a missed PAT. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Detroit, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.